Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. One of the most difficult assignments faced by law enforcement agencies is locating and apprehending the criminal who operates from behind a legitimate business front. Such a criminal team were Sid and Ginny Rollins, who 2 days before had made the down payment on a small roadside cafe.
Well, this is it. By this time tomorrow, we'll be in business.
Think we'll be ready?
Why not? We've got the rest of the day to get the place organized. This one-arm joint is just about perfect. Centrally located, easy to get to, and strictly legit. We're lucky to find it.
Lucky to catch the old man in a selling mood.
Are you kidding? We're giving the old coot a break. Well, Skipper, here we are. You can take off your apron and call it a day.
Bet you thought we'd never get here, didn't you?
No, in fact, I was hoping. I don't know how to say this, Mr. Rollins, but, well, I thought it over, and I've changed my mind.
What do you mean, changed your mind?
I don't want to sell my place.
What about your vacation?
It sounded all right the other day, but I've got all I want right here.
All you've got's the going away blues. Once you get started, you have a million laughs. Come on now, let's wrap up this deal.
I'm not selling. Here's your $500 back.
Look, if this is just to store the fat and the price, I'll go another bill or two.
Oh, it's not that.
Look, you signed an option, Skipper. We've made a lot of arrangements.
I'm sorry if there's been any inconvenience, ma'am, but I'm not selling. Here's your money.
You can't back out now. We've notified a lot of people. We gotta have this place.
I'm keeping it, and that's final. Don't try to bully me. Now take your money and get out.
You hit him too hard, Sid. He's dead. What are we going to do now?
We have to get him out of here. Get the car and bring it around back.
Where are you going to take him?
I don't know yet. I'll find a place miles from here. I'll hide him good. While I'm gone, you sit up so we can operate. Get going.
Hey, Skipper, you got a customer?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be. You're a new addition around here, aren't you?
That's right. What do you have?
Where's the skipper?
Oh, he's not here anymore. He sold out.
He what?
That's right. He sold out to me and my husband. Went on a nice long vacation.
Are you pulling my leg, girlie?
No, it's true. Want to see menu?
No. No, thanks. I guess I ain't hungry after all.
Having hastily disposed of the skipper's body, it now became necessary to prevent or at least delay identification long enough for Sid and Ginny Rollins to finish the operation at the roadside cafe and be on their way to the next location before the law could move in. Sid left no identifying clues on the body.
Oh, can I help you?
Well, I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Well, I don't know whether it means anything or not, but there's something peculiar going on a little cafe out on Highway 118 near where I live.
Well, what is it that's peculiar?
Well, for one thing, the owner has disappeared.
Excuse me just a minute. Go right on in, Mr. Flynn. Mr. Matthews is expecting you. Now, what was this about the cafe?
Hi, Barney. How are you? Sit down.
Fine, Dan. Thank you. Dan, the Narcotics Bureau needs some help. We've got to get a new line on a ring of dope peddlers.
Why do you think we can help you?
Well, it's like this. We know that a big shipment of heroin has arrived in this area. We've lost complete track of it. We don't know who's got it or where it is. All we know is, generally, how the ring's been operating. Now, that's where your boys come in.
You mean they've been using the highways?
Yeah, in this way. They'll pick out a central location on a main artery and set up a legitimate small business.
Where people can come and go without arousing suspicion.
Exactly. And they'll distribute an entire shipment of the stuff in a matter of a few days and be gone. By the time we work back through the customers, to the pushers, to the wholesaler, all we find is a deserted business establishment someplace and have to start all over.
What do you figure? They're sitting on the shipment now and they're getting real itchy.
Plenty. They'll be moving at any time now. It's an opportunity for us if we get on top of it fast. Now, your men cover the highways every day. One of them might just spot these people for us.
It's okay. Hit his body in a culvert about 40 miles up the road. I got rid of all his identification.
There was an old bird in here asking about him. Guess he was a friend of his.
What did you tell him?
He'd sold out and gone on a vacation.
Here, look.
Are you the owner here?
That's right. Well, technically, the skipper still owns the place. We're in the process, you might say.
Well, where's he now?
Off on a vacation. First one in 10 years, he said.
Do you have any idea where he went?
No, he didn't say exactly.
Well, he has a sister up north. He probably went to visit her. Why, officer? Anything wrong?
Well, Mr. Brandon here is worried about him.
It ain't like the skipper to do that. Sell out and run off without telling me.
Well, what are you to him?
His best friend. Known him for 30 years.
Well, all I know is we paid him $500 as sort of a down payment. Here's the receipt right here. It's an option to buy the place.
That's his handwriting, all right. You sure moved in fast.
Yes, we did. We saw the place, liked it, and the old man was ready to sell. See, I wouldn't worry, Mr. Brandon. You'll most likely get a postcard from him in a day or two.
I can't understand it. I just can't understand it.
Well, I guess this takes care of it. Sorry to bother you.
Oh, that's okay. Stop at any time.
The following morning, a hunter found the body hidden in the culvert and notified the highway patrol. An officer was sent to the scene. 2 hours later, his report was filed in Highway Patrol headquarters.
Just a minute. On this unidentified body, I found out who it is. His name is David J. Mason, nicknamed Skipper. Ran a little cafe out on Highway 118. A friend of his just made the identification.
Is that the friend?
Right, his name is Joe Brandon.
Yeah, wait. Man just identified the body that was found in the culvert this morning. David J. Mason, known as Skipper. Runs a little cafe on Highway 118.
How'd you trace him?
Johnson did it. He talked to a friend of the old man's yesterday. Tied it in this morning when he read the report.
Is the fellow here now?
He's outside. You want to see him?
Here, bring him in.
Come on in. This is Joe Brandon.
Mr. Brandon, I'm Matthews. Sit down, won't you?
If it's all the same, I don't feel like sitting down.
All right, fine.
It's them two in the cafe, Mr. Matthews. They did this
Why do you say that?
because they lied. The skipper never acted like they said in his whole life. Selling out all of a sudden and running off that way.
Well, we talked to them, Mr. Brandon. They explained it.
Not good enough to suit me. Not by a long shot.
Well, they paid him $500 for an option. They've got a receipt to prove it.
Well, if he had $500, robbery could be the motive. That's anybody's motive.
The skipper was no puppy. He wouldn't flash his money around. He wouldn't sell that place of his either. Or he might have thought about it some, but he'd never go through with it.
What's so special about the place?
Nothing, except that he liked it, was all that he had. And for some reason or other, that man and his wife wanted it. Wanted it bad enough to kill him for it. Poor old skipper, he never hurt anybody in his life. Now he's dead. And them two in his cafe did it.
Mr. Brandon, we understand how you feel. We understand completely. We appreciate your help. We'll take it from here, all right? Make sure he gets home, huh?
Oh, I'll get home all right. I always have.
Call Barney's friend at narcotics. Tell him I'll pick him up in 5 minutes. This is the place.
Right on the main highway. plenty of chance for business.
Think they'll recognize you?
No, that's why I was sent out here.
I know they don't know me. Let's go in.
Fine.
Hello.
How are you? It's a nice place you got here.
Like anything else?
What do you suggest?
Cake, pie. How about a nice hot bran muffin?
Not for me, thanks.
You got any sugar handy?
Yeah.
Thanks.
What do you think? Anything to worry about?
I don't think so. But don't get into any conversation with them. We want them to leave as soon as possible.
Hi. Say, by the way, you folks been here long?
Not very. Why, does it show?
Well, as I remember, an old man used to have this place.
That's right. He sold out. 20 cents, please.
20. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
What do you think?
I don't know. I didn't make a thing, did you?
No.
They're either legitimate or smooth as silk. It's too good to pass up.
Let's stake it out from across the street. You know him?
Hi.
I'll have one of those special lunches to go out.
Right.
You won't forget the sugar. I got a real sweet tooth.
How many?
6. How much?
60 cents.
Carrying a paper bag.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Barney?
Let him go. And wait for one I'm sure of.
Having permitted one possible dope pusher to escape, the next hour passed slowly for Dan Matthews and the narcotics agent. No new customers approached the roadside lunchroom they had staked out as a front for the wholesaling of heroin.
You know a man can grow old doing this?
To me, it's the toughest part of my job. Sitting and waiting. What are you going to do?
Sounds like the Army. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Oh, fine. What's he doing over there?
You know it?
Yeah, he's a friend of the former owner. He thinks they killed him.
Could ruin everything.
They're real easy.
Hi there. Awfully sorry to hear about your friend Skipper.
I'll bet you are. What are you going to do about the place now?
Well, we paid our $500. We'll just have to settle up with the heirs.
He hasn't got any.
Here comes another customer.
Yeah, and this is one that counts. It's no coincidence he's here, Dan. It's Leo Blocker, a well-known pusher.
Believe me, Mr. Brandon, we feel just as badly about it as you do. Excuse me, please.
Very cute.
Thanks, we like it. What'll you have?
Give me one of those special lunches to go out. Oh, say, miss, don't forget the sugar. I've got an awful sweet tooth.
How many?
About 8.
That be all?
That's all? How much?
80 cents.
Take the change.
Thanks.
Got a bag, all right? Okay, let's take him.
You watch the cafe. I'll follow him and pick him up.
In Joe Brandon's confused and angry mind, he knew something was wrong. Special lunches, sugar from a special box. It had to mean something.
What's the trouble?
Highway Patrol, you're under arrest. Put your hands on top of your head. Come on, turn around.
What's the charge? You haven't got anything on me?
We will have when we search your car.
I want to get treated like the rest of your customers.
Meaning what?
Well, for a starter, you can give me one of those special lunches to go out. And I want some of that sugar down there. Maybe I've got a sweet tooth, too, like the other fella had.
Sid.
Yeah.
$21.50 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2150.
I've got a prisoner. Have a unit meet me at Skipper's Cafe. 10-4?
10-4.
Now we're going back and find that bag you threw out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't, huh? Get in.
I don't understand what's wrong, Joe. We're just trying to be friendly.
Friendly, eh? That's a hot one.
Oh, you haven't given us a chance.
I don't intend to. There's something funny been going on here.
What do you mean, funny business? There's nothing wrong here.
Nothing wrong, eh? How come when I ask for some sugar like the other fella did, she gets all riled up?
You're just imagining things.
Imagining things, eh? Well, I'm not the only one. The head cop on the Highway Patrol thinks there's something funny going on here, too.
What makes you say that?
Because he took right out after that customer of yours, the one you gave 8 lumps of sugar to. Got right on his tail when he went down the highway.
The cops grabbed Leo. We're through.
Maybe he's making it up.
Making it up, eh? Why don't you wait and see? Does my heart good to see you both scared to death. I only wish the skipper was here to see it.
He's not lying, Sid.
Why, you...
Wait, we don't have time for that.
You're right. Load the stuff in our car out and back. I'll take him with me. I'll meet you on Crescent Hill.
Right.
Now do you know what I'm talking about?
Not knowing the results of Matthews' search of Leo, Barney Flynn was unable to act. If Matthews had not found narcotics evidence on the pusher, then the arrest of Sid Rollins could be a mistake. Since the girl was still in the restaurant, Barney decided to wait for Matthews' return.
The men took Brandon out. Looked like he had a gun on him.
Where's the girl?
She's still inside.
Keep an eye on him.
What are you going to do? This.
There's a police car right in back of us.
I'll fix him. Pull up. Come on, let's get moving.
I can't. It must be flooded.
Don't bother, you're not going anyplace.
What about Sid? Is he dead?
Yeah, just like the cafe owner. Come on, get out. How do you feel, Mr. Brandon?
Terrible. I bet he feels worse.
All right, he's dead. Take care of her. I'll call in.
See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.